Hello gamers, it's Tom Sidener, the Lonely Gamer, and today I'm going to do an unboxing video of an item that I kickstarted. So Champions of Midgard is one of my favorite games. I love that game. It's a really good game. It's only 4 players and I was always wishing that it had at least a 5th player. And so when this expansions came out, this is called Champions of Midgard, the expansions. When this came out, they added a 5th player. I was pretty excited about that, but they added all kinds of other cool things too. So I just got this in the mail today, so I was going to go ahead and unbox it and let you guys see what's inside. I haven't seen what's inside, and to be honest with you, it's been a while since I kickstarted it, so I don't completely remember what I got in it. So let's take a look at it and see what we have. So first of all, in the box I received this box, which is a nice big large box. It says the expansions on the side of the box. It says the Dark Mountains and Valhalla, which are the 2 expansions that come with this. This box is also supposed to be big enough to hold the base game and all the expansions, which I absolutely love, because I'm the kind of person who loves to try to shoehorn all of my game and expansions in the same box, and this is going to be wonderful to be able to get those all in the same box. Also, it's got this really cool custom artwork on it here. It's beautiful artwork. I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't say Champions of Midgard on the top here someplace, but that's okay because it says Champions of Midgard on the side there. So I'll be able to see when it's on my shelf what it is. Also in my box that came from the Postal Service today, I actually received a couple items that were not in this box. I'm thinking these are things that didn't get packed into the actual container. So I got 2 chits here, wooden round, 1 black and 1 purple. I received a little packet of cards. I think, if I remember right, there was a post that said that some of the cards were misprinted, and so they were giving you different cards, so there may be cards in here, and these might be the updates, but these may just be ones that didn't get packed in this box. And then I also got this board here, which is blank on the back, but it says market stalls in here, and it adds some market stalls, and looks like it's got a place for 5-player and 5-player here, so this must add some more market stalls when you're playing with 5 players. Alright, well let's go ahead and we'll put this to the side here, and we'll go ahead and open this big box up first, and we'll see what's in here, and then we'll look at these things here in a minute. So, here we go. So like I said, it's a nice, beautiful, sturdy box with nice artwork on the side. There's artwork on the side here. Looks like that's for some other games that they might have. This says Gilded Compass, so that's kind of interesting. So there is a rule book in here that tells about the promos. So promos instructions. Looks like you get some wooden figures that look like Vikings in here, and also you get some helmets. These helmets are supposed to be the scoring markers now, and so before you just use one of your meeples for scoring, now you have a specific marker for scoring. Looks like there's a Champions of Midgard, the Dark Mountain rulebook. It talks about the Dark Mountain expansion, and it has all the rules. Looks like there's some new elves in here, elf dice, and so this is a nice, beautiful color book for the Dark Mountain. And then the other expansion is Valhalla, and there's a nice, beautiful book for this one. It looks like the cover art is really nice. Also inside, all the information. Now, one of the things they show here, which I did not get, is this beautiful play mat, but I kind of regretted it after the fact, so maybe after the thing's completely done, I'll go ahead and order the play mat. But yeah, this is a really nice book as well, so we'll just stick that up there so you guys can see it. And this one up here as well. Alright, so let's go through this. So we've got a punch out here, and this punch out here has, let's see, it's got Beggar, Wandering Monk, Gossip, and Roving Rangers. These are new market areas that you can put out when you're playing. It also has a new boat, the Skidbladner. Looks like you can only use this when you're playing 5 players, and looks like it's one of the ones you just put out and rent. So there's those. And then also we've got some 100 boat markers. I'm not sure what those 100 boat markers are for. We also got another punch out board here. This one has some pink, looks like fight tokens. I'm not sure what these are for. These must be for part of the expansion. There's some bow tokens here, and I think these must be from the archers. And then also we've got some white fight tokens, which I'm also not sure what those are used for. And then we have some different people here. Ola the Berserker, Tyra Van Born, Sylvander the Swords Maiden, and Ragnhild the Advisor. And then they've got some information on the back here. Looks like they have special abilities that you can get for those, and then the special ability is notated on the back. I'm assuming that they've got these for the original characters, because I'm pretty sure that Olor is an original character that was in the game, and so I also see some characters that look like they're new characters. So those are there. We've also got another punch out here. Looks like another market area. We've got another Jorn the Traveler, and then we've got some really cool punch outs here, which I don't know exactly what they're for, but they're beautiful artwork on them, and I'm sure there's something in one of the expansions. This artwork looks like the Valhalla artwork, so it looks like it goes to the Valhalla there. And then there's one last punch out here. More special abilities for different characters here, and some looks like some more fight tokens. Those also look like Berserker tokens. Looks like one of my Berserker tokens fell out. It might be on the table here. It might be down in the box. Swordsman's tokens. So it looks like they're giving you tokens for some of the dice, so maybe something in one of the expansions will allow you to kind of store up the ability to fight with stuff. We've got some boards here. The first board is looks like the Mountains board. One of the thing is the Dark Mountains. And so I think this is the Mountains board, and so it looks like you can use this when you're playing the Dark Mountains expansion. And it looks like you can fight Big Czars, Bergzars, however you pronounce those. So there you go. And we have another board here. This must be the board for Valhalla. And so this looks like Valhalla. And I think you might take your guys there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what exactly this board does, but it's a beautiful board. The artwork on here is really pretty. And once I figure out how to play the game, I'll know what to use that board for. And then we've got, looks like another ship that's a giant chicken. So this is kind of crazy. I'm not sure exactly what this does, but it's got a giant chicken on it, so that's pretty cool. Here's another one of these beautiful punch outs that was just in here. Then we've got some new cards for different figures. We've got Thyra, Hemming, Joran, and Ragnhild, and then they've got some information on the back for their guys with special abilities. So I'll just kind of show those in that way. And here's Joran. And Hemming, and Thyra. And there you go. Bunch of bags in here. Looks like bags to store things. That's nice. We've got some dice here. These green dice are the elf dice, and so they are in the, I think they're in the Dark Mountains expansion. We've got some new cards for when you're sailing your ship. Encounter cards when you're sailing your ship. We've got some new ones here. Looks like we got some mercenaries, and then looks like these are some new market cards, and these are market ship cards where you can buy stuff. And then it looks like we've got some shipwreck cards. So now it looks like you can wreck your ship when you're actually sailing around going to fight monsters. There's a bunch of new dice here. We've got some yellow fighter dice. We've got some pink fighter dice, some blue fighter dice. These pink dice almost look like some kind of pink berserker, so that's kind of interesting. So we're going to have to see what those do in the game. We've got some more rune cards here to add to the collection of rune cards that you already have in the base game. Looks like we have Resurrection. That's cool. We've got some Odin's Blacksmith, Odin's Felcher, Odin's Hafter, Odin's Swordsmith, Valkyrie's Favored, and a Leadership rune. So those will actually go into the game. Some of these are runes and some of the other cards. We've got a bunch of meeples here. Now the meeples are really cool because in the base game the meeples are just like regular looking guys, but in this the meeples are little Vikings with little Viking headdress on them, so those are really cool. I'll probably play these when I play with my sophisticated board group, but when I play with littler kids or something, or my nieces, I'll probably play with the other ones because I'm afraid these little horns are going to get snapped off pretty easy. But there's all kinds of these meeples in here. I'm going to throw them out on the table so you guys can look at them. There's a 5th player, and there's also a black group of these, and I don't know if you could actually sneak in a 6th player or not, but it was yet to be seen. But here's your score markers. These things are really cool. They look like a helmet, and there are, let's see how many of these there are. Looks like there's 6 of these. Yeah, 6 of these. So maybe possibly you could sneak in a 6th player if you really wanted to. Here's some more rune cards and some more of the other cards. I can't remember what the other cards are called, but oh, and it looks like there's some new cards here. These must be for one of the expansions, these greenback cards. So it looks like probably when you fight something in the mountains, it's probably like sailing. I think that's what these are. They're like sailing, and so when you fight in the mountains, you got to draw one of these, and bad things can happen to you, like All's Quiet, which is the one that we always like to get. But then there's also some bad things like avalanches and bandits and blizzards and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So you get those in the box. And then, of course, this game would not be complete unless you got a bunch of new monsters to fight. So here's some new troll cards right here, and some new monster cards, and some new Draugr cards, and some Bergersers. Those are part of one of the expansions. And so you've got all kinds of new things that you can fight in the game. So here's the Berserkers, different colors for your set collection. These are new Draugrs. And then you've got the monsters in different colors and different varieties. And then you've got some new trolls. Look at that. That rock creature is pretty impressive. So you've got a whole stack of pretty good sized stack of cards here with new monsters and things to fight. So it's really going to make the game new and improved. And then we've got another deck of cards here. And I'm not sure what these cards here with the beautiful back on them are, but it looks like they might be some kind of a treasure or something that you get for completing something, so they're pretty cool. What else do we have here? We've got some cards here that have like a dragon, and these must be Valhalla cards. They match the Valhalla board, and looks like they're stuff that you can fight there, or maybe almost looks like maybe quests that you can complete. So I'm going to be interested to see how these play. I have not read the rule book for either one of the expansions, so I don't know how to play either one, but I'm very excited to actually do that. So I'm going to lay these out here. And then the one thing I really love about this company is they listen to the people. One of the things they said is that when they actually decided to do this expansion, they took all the information that they got from all the players and they used that information to actually build these expansions. And one of the things that people wanted was a 5th player. That was number one. But the other thing they wanted was some way to keep the main game and the expansions all in one box. And so they give you this beautiful insert which will hold all of your cards and everything, and that's really nice. I love that, and you know, it's really cool. So that's pretty much it. That's what you get in the Champions of Midgard's the expansions box. Beautiful stuff. You can see all the stuff here on the table that came in the expansion, so I'm pretty overwhelmed right now, but I'm actually ready to jump in there, start learning the game, and play it. I'll try to get my friend John to come over here, and maybe we'll play a game of it once we integrate both of the expansions and give you guys an idea of how it plays. It's a great game to start with, so I can't believe that this is not going to improve the game. Oh, one last thing. Those cards that didn't come packed in here, apparently they are misprints because I got the same cards over here, and I can see what the difference is right now. So these cards, and this is impressive that a company would do this. The only difference between these cards is that these cards have squared off corners and these cards have rounded off corners, and these rounded off corners will actually not fray or get messed up. In fact, these are already kind of frayed a little bit on the ones that are here. So they actually replaced those cards with these new ones. These are for the 2 new factions. So these were original scoring markers for the 2 new factions. So if you don't want to use the helmets, you can use these. And this is just a market board that I think they forgot to pack into the thing. So very impressive. I'm very impressed with Gray Fox Games, a great company. They do great work. The quality of all this stuff is top notch. I mean, these cards are heavy duty, really nice. The boards are really nice quality boards. I do wish I had purchased the play mat that has all the boards together, but I'm going to try to pick that up maybe at Gen Con or maybe just at a store somewhere along the way. But I'm very happy with this expansion. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this unboxing. Come back and watch a later video where we actually play the game. And until I see you guys again, happy gaming.